Mr. Harris, so my first question to you is, what are you excited about today, and what are you hoping to hear from President Trump tonight?
Well, I'm excited that this is like the reopening of America launch right now. You know, Americans are ready to get back to work, or ready to get back to business as usual. What's very interesting to me is how many of the mainstream media, this liberal leftist media, has been touting this as a disaster waiting to happen. COVID is going to erupt, yet they actually talk about the protests, the rioters that are getting together in thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands in some locations, and they say it's like a picnic, there's nothing wrong with it. The hypocrisy from the left is absurd. The hypocrisy of the left is being exposed, and so many Americans are tired of it. They're waking up to it, I think, more than ever before. So I'm thankful for this. This is like the reopening of America. This is the launch of America. I know that the president's going to deliver some amazing specifics on what we should be expecting. I think the jobs report number for May is a little glimmer of what is going to happen with this country. I really think the market's going to explode. I think that this is just it's a fresh start and a breath of fresh air after COVID, riots, still riots. But it's going to be good.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned the riots, and a big leftist movement that's coming out of the riots is defunding the police, moving, funds around for the police. What is your reaction to that movement?
It's absolutely. It's evil. It's really just evil because it's so ignorant. You know, if the police are to be defunded, minority communities are who's going to be hit the hardest. Black communities, Hispanic communities. Poor doesn't have a color. There's a lot of poor white communities as well. And if there's no police there, criminals will go crazy. They will know they can get away with whatever they want. It is purely evil. And to see so many Democrat politicians sticking up for these criminals that are rioting, looting, and creating chaos in our country it's insane to me. It's absolutely sickening. And it's mostly Democrats that are doing it. And I really hope America understands that and pays attention to that, because we need to vote them out.
Right, absolutely. You mentioned the lawlessness, and people are able to get away with a lot of things now. We're seeing statues being vandalized, monuments being torn down. What are your thoughts on that happening too in our country?
It is just, for one, it exposes that the movement was never about black lives. It had nothing whatsoever to do with black lives. This movement that has sucked in the emotions of a lot of Americans, a lot of black Americans, Hispanic, white people feeling like they've got white guilt. You shouldn't have to be guilty over the color of your skin. God made each and every single one of us, and He made us beautiful. If somebody has a problem with your skin color, they need to take it up with the creator of heaven and earth. God, literally, they need to take it up with Him. Otherwise, they need to shut their mouths. And nobody should feel like they have to be guilty over anything. So the fact that this movement now, where they're defaming statues, they've desecrated Abraham Lincoln statue, George Washington statue, Christopher Columbus statue, Saint Sarah, I think it is, in San Francisco, that started the first 9 missions in California. He's holding a cross. They yanked it down. It's anti-Christ, it's anti-America, it's anti-everything that is our country, and it's a Marxist agenda, and every single one of them should be thrown in jail.
What's your reaction to cops kneeling in front of these protesters?
I think that if a cop is kneeling, they don't get it. They don't understand what's at stake, and they're sucked into this ideology as well, that, oh, we've got to pander to black people because we need to make sure that we feel them. No, police should not be kneeling with these rioters. Police should not be, they would love to take all of you out, period. No police should be kneeling with any of the rioters whatsoever.
According to you, what's the key that's going to reunite this country during this time?
You know, I honestly do not know if this level of chaos is going to stop, because the Democrat politicians, the mayors, the governors, they're allowing it to happen. They're going to push, and they're going to allow this chaos, I think, to continue until the president has to send in the National Guard to protect and serve the lives of the American people that are there. It's all about defending the lives of the American people, and that might be what it takes to get this chaos under control, and then the dust will settle. But I love this president's administration. I love his policies. I love his heart for our country. I love his love for our country. I feel him when he speaks, and I believe that when he speaks, all Americans hear him. We hear you, Mr. President. We love you. We're thankful for you. You're uniting all of us together. We all can unite around what you say and what you stand for our country. America first, the safety of our country, our border wall, we need it, and then prosperity will come. But we've got to get rid of these other politicians that just want the demise of our country.